In a grand kingdom full of parties and shining lights, there lived a girl named Amar. She was just a kitchen maid, and she hardly ever looked up at the sky. Her hands were rough from scrubbing, her hair always hidden under an old scarf, and her voice was only used to say yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. But there was one thing no one knew about her. Amara had an old pair of slippers rose red in color that her mother gave her before she passed away. In the daytime, the slippers looked plain, but under the moonlight, they sparkled like dewy rose petals. Every night, when everyone else was asleep, Amara would sneak into the palace courtyard. She wore the slippers and danced quietly under the stars. Under the moonlight, she was no longer a maid. She was a princess. The wind played the music, and the shadows were her audience. She whispered,
"One day I'll leave this kitchen behind. I'll dance where no one can order me around."
One night, when the moon was bright and the wind gentle, a prince saw her from his tower window. All he saw was the shadow of a girl with flowing hair and glowing red slippers. The prince asked,
"Who is she?"
but no one knew. The next day, there was an announcement in the palace. All the young ladies were invited to a royal ball. But Amara was scared. She was only a kitchen maid. She had no dress, no jewels, and no place at a royal ball. When the night of the ball came, the palace was glowing with lanterns. Music filled the halls. The guests' dresses shimmered like water under starlight. People came from all across the kingdom. But the prince looked for only one girl, the one who danced under the moon with rose-red slippers. Amara watched from afar. Her heart was beating fast. She wanted to go, but all she had was a tired body and a worn dress. Then, she opened the old chest where she kept her mother's slippers. Suddenly, something magical happened. The slippers shone brighter than ever. Their light wrapped around Amara, and in a flash, her dress turned into soft silk. Her hair flowed like summer night skies, and her skin glowed like morning dew. She walked slowly into the ballroom. The music stopped. Everyone turned to look. But she was not afraid. She looked straight at the prince, and he knew her right away even without the moon. The prince whispered,
"You're the one I've been waiting for."
Amara said nothing. She simply reached out her hand. They danced. Just a dance that made the world stand still. But then the clock struck midnight. Her dress began to fade. Her slippers lost their shine. Amara panicked. She looked at the prince, then ran out of the hall. She turned back into her plain self. One slipper slipped off and stayed behind on the marble stairs. The next day, the prince sent his guards to search the entire kingdom. Many girls tried on the slipper, but it didn't fit any of them. At last, they reached the palace kitchen. Amara looked down and said,
"It's mine."
Other maids laughed. But the prince, who had come along on the search, looked right into her eyes. With trembling hands, Amara put on the slipper. This time, she didn't turn into anyone else. She stayed just as she was, rough hands, tired eyes, and a kind, true heart. The prince asked.
Or will you dance with me forever?
Amar smiled, for the first time in a very long time.
Only if I can still be myself.